Thanks for locking in with 77 Flavors of Chicago. We're your hosts, Dario.
And I'm Sarah, and I hope you're ready to learn with us.
Yeah, buddy. Today we're talking about the rise and fall of Samuel Insull.
Damn, fall?
Yeah, it's pretty.
That's crazy.
It's a grimy fall, too.
Grimy.
Yeah, it's grimy.
Not the kind of fall you would want.
No. He went down. Anyway,
not the way that you would want either.
Hold on. We early. That's what she said. We early with it.
You know what time it is?
Yeah, buddy.
It's Ratchet Monday.
Yeah, Ratchet Monday. How's it going?
Or Tuesday or Wednesday or whenever you're
right, whenever you're just Ratchet.
Yeah. How's it going?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been your boy's on this beer journey.
Tell us more about your beer
Hey,
journey.
look, y'all. About 2 weeks ago, I went and I said I'm gonna start taking this shit serious because we be out in the public eye, and like I'm not self-conscious about myself, but I like to carry myself well. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And so my beard has been one of them them little quiet soft spots.
It's one of those things that gets brushed once a week.
Right. I literally brushed it to the side for the longest part of my life.
Hey.
But hold on. Whatever.
Corny ass episode.
Oh, it is early, but I went and bought a bunch of product. I'm not gonna say the name of the product because they ain't pay us for it. But I bought some product to get my stuff together, and 2 weeks in,
went crazy.
your boy looking fuller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? you said that with trepidation. You was like, you are.
No, I was.
You said that like I'm your man's, so you got to have my back.
No, I was going to make another sexual innuendo.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Kick it off then.
No. You haven't earned it.
Damn. Okay. Well,
You came at me like that.
Hey, that's what she said.
Damn. No, that's horrible.
Yeah.
That's how you end up like Diddy.
Damn.
Listen. It's so easy. Just don't.
You also
be
get
a
one of
piece
these.
shit.
That's good.
So easy. Just don't be a horrible person.
Hey, you talk about a person down bad. Oh God, this has been the best. This is the new OJ story.
It's worse.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
I'm talking about like and how big this is about to be. This is
I see.
This is about to be as big as that. Hey, look, that shit happened 30 years ago.
Yeah.
This year.
But he's been doing this for decades.
30 years.
No, but like he's been actively doing this for decades.
30 years.
No, but
Three
OJ did
decades.
one thing.
Oh, well, yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Right,
He's been doing this for years.
Right. Yeah.
I know you kept saying decades.
Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why they
like
translate.
nothing. What I'm talking about. I don't know why you're saying that.
I don't know. That didn't hit right. But anyway,
It's fine. Well, I'm good. Thank you so much for asking.
I did ask you.
I know that's what I'm asking. Dario was in New York last week for a couple days, so I was here by myself.
You survived.
I did. It was fine.
Yeah, you had the shorties with you.
I did.
Yeah.
I had our niece and nephew,
Yeah, buddy.
and we had a great time.
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah.
Ice cream and shit.
Yeah. For the first time, I asked someone if they wanted to go get ice cream, and they said yes.
Your kids always gonna say yes
I
to
know.
this shit.
Yeah.
This is the old people that's like,
Yeah.
that ain't got no feelings no more.
Correct. But yeah, other than that, it was a pretty chill week. Nothing crazy. We went to a fundraiser for Tigray that Demira hosts every year. This year was at Brownsville Winery, and it was a good time.
Yeah. Hey, also shout out to Chef Sarah Stagner. She been literally one of our best friends. But also got you to do some like
Not yet.
potluck thing. More to come on that, but like,
Yeah.
hey, okay.
Okay.
Y'all watch out.
All right now.
We've been manifesting this shit for the last 3 years now. Hey, y'all, we about to break that news.
I'm about to unlock a new skill.
You know what I'm saying? Not even a skill. You got the skill. That's
I know.
unlocked. We about to unlock a new feat. New.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. More to come on that. But you, even though we didn't get a newsletter for you this week, we've been super
I'm still
busy.
gonna do it. I'm just not going to send it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it just so that it stays.
Do it 2-part. Like make one big long one for this week.
No.
No. Do one big one.
I might.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. This is horrible.
We'll see how I feel.
I'm in Vegas, so
Damn.
yeah. So okay,
Right.
all right, shit. Anyway, but yeah, I'm gonna be Vegas. But your boy been jet setting lately.
You have been.
I've been on the plane.
Yeah. And as soon as Dario gets back, a week after Dario gets back, we're going to Greece.
Yeah.
Our friends are getting married we're so excited to see them.
I'm super excited.
They fully moved.
Yeah.
Not to Greece. They moved to Poland, but still.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Chicago is the second largest population of Polish
people
outside of Poland.
Isn't that crazy? But
man.
y'all know that because you listen to this podcast.
And if you talk about like ancestry and shit like that, Lithuania. Chicago is the second largest population of Lithuanians in the world.
Isn't like, no, I think that's New York because their Chinatown has the second largest population of Chinese people outside of China.
That would make sense because New York is big as fuck.
Yeah.
Man, I was there for 24 hours, y'all. Felt like I was there for a week. Like, ain't no way.
Too much.
It is too much. And I didn't even do touristy shit. I was literally there for work. Like I was there for work for 24 hours, and doing video work. And man, it felt like, I woke up the next morning to start making my way back home. But if I woke up like a regular New Yorker, I got up out of my hotel, walked to the local shop, ate breakfast, walked around.
Just regular people.
Regular people, and then got back on the plane. I was like, what the hell? This is too comfortable.
I think people underestimate how close New York is. Listen, you could fly to New York round trip same day for $85.
Yeah. Hour and a half flight to and from. I mean, when I tell you,
I drove an hour to pick you up from the airport.
Yeah, right.
So,
and I was I was only in the plane 30 minutes longer than that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Like we should go to New York more often. Low key.
But we can't sleep there.
I mean,
not every time.
Not every time. We just do
$10,000 to sleep in New York for a night.
Pull a day thing. And
then catch that's what I was saying. Leave at 8 a.m., get there by 10.
Yeah.
And then leave at 8 p.m.
Right.
Get here by 10.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm with it. With the shits. Are y'all with the shits? Y'all ready to get going on today's episode? This is a good episode. I'm about to throw your ass for a loop. I promise you that.
I can't wait. I've done zero research, so
hey, that's I like it like that.
Episode. So every once in a while, one of us will take over the episode.
Yeah.
Often we'll do it together, but
yeah. I like
these surprises.
I do.
I'm here like a listener.
You gonna have some fun with this one today. Let me hide this so you can't see. But we talking about Samuel Insull. Insull, and he was a UK-born individual.
That's a weird way to say that.
And now, right off the top, I'm about to just throw y'all for a loop, man. He moved to the United States in 1881 to be Thomas Edison's personal secretary.
Wow.
Yeah. And because he liked his work so much, Thomas Edison's work from overseas so much, that he was like, man, I'm just trying to get in where I can fit in. And he literally did that. In 18...
That's what Diddy did too. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Bruh.
You get all the... you racking them up today. You on a different level.
Sorry, it's horrible.
Yeah, that is. 1889, he helped... Get this. He helped fund... the founding of Edison General Electric, today's GE.
No way.
Yes.
Wait, Edison's General Electric
yes.
GE?
Yeah. I did not know that. My mind was blown too.
That's wild.
Ain't that shit crazy?
I knew GE stood for General Electric, but
I did not know
it was Edison.
I did not know that either.
Isn't that the light bulb guy?
Yeah. We gonna get into that. We about to, let's keep on going here.
I'm excited to see how he connected to Chicago because, like, where is the connection?
1892, he became the second VP of GE, and he didn't like that because he thought he should have been the president because he had been doing a lot of work within Edison's companies.
What would Edison be if he was the president?
Edison was doing too much. He was inventing. So basically, what Edison did, he came up with the patents and ideas and all that shit, and then he started companies based off his ideas and had other people run them. And so Sam thought, hey, look, bro, how you gonna get this to other dude? I should be the president since I've been working for you. I've been doing all that.
Fair.
So he moved to Chicago that same year.
Wow.
And became the head of Chicago Edison Company.
Okay.
That's where our Chicago story starts. So y'all refresh our palates, take a sniff of that coffee beans, and let's keep it.
You don't know anything about coffee.
That's how you reset your palate. Your nose smell palette.
I see. Your nose smell palette.
Right. This shit made sense to me.
Okay, so you don't know anything about palettes.
That's the nose smell. Whatever the hell.
I don't know what it's
the
called.
palette of the nose. But you get it though. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Most people do. If y'all do, y'all stupid too. All right, so now I gave you a little preface on who he was and like that little part. Now the timeline's gonna kind of shift around still, because I got to go back in time a little bit to give you more detail about the Chicago chapter. So, the Western Edison Light Company was founded here in Chicago in 1882.
Okay,
that was only 3 years after Thomas Edison invented the light bulb.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if it was like he actually didn't. What's the one where it's like a person is well known for inventing something? Was it electricity? And they're like, oh, he didn't actually do it. It was like someone else did it, and he took credit for it.
Thomas Edison.
Was it?
Yeah, the flying the kite shit.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's this dude. Or is it Ben Franklin?
Maybe. I don't know. All these white
yeah,
people,
right. Whatever. So that was 3 years after. That was Benjamin Franklin. What am I talking about? What are you talking about? Excuse me.
Right
yeah. That long pause. That was air coming out your boy.
Take a shot for the OGs.
Hey. Yeah, right. We need to bring that back. That company, the Western Electric Edison Light Company, became the Chicago Edison Company. Remember, he became the head of that, right? He became the head of that. That company was failing, all right? So after a little while, that company started failing.
It's just a branch of the Edison.
Right.
Okay.
Edison had a bunch of shit around the United States also at this time. So keep that in mind. He was inventing a lot of shit. He had a bunch. So he was coming up with the Chicago brand of his companies. Gotcha. Yeah. This one was a little lagging behind because obviously Chicago is at this time 1882, 83 in the 90s. Chicago's we just coming out of a fire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, we're a decade some removed from a fire. We're
prepping for that World's Fair,
right? Though. So we booming. You know, Chicago getting busy.
Railway, going crazy.
More on that. A lot more on that. And so, all that shit going on. So this company didn't really understand how to light Chicago, right? Until Sam was like, you know what? Let's figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And that's what he did. One Christmas in, I believe it was 1897, 1896, I believe. He went to Christmas, have Christmas over in England. And he saw that lights were still on, right? You know, like, and people, and that didn't happen in the United States because that shit costs too much.
Right.
And so you like, we got to turn that shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody in the United States, you can't leave a room with a light on. You be like, man, turn this shit off. This shit gonna cost money. He was like, yo, how y'all doing that over here? And the bills ain't sky high. And so he went, found the founder and the owner and the CEO, president, whatever, of that company, had a conversation with him.
Okay.
Got the intel, came back to Chicago, and guess what he did?
What?
He created a tiered rate system that was based off the metering of your
oh my god.
Yeah. And there you go. Now Chicagoans had two rates that they could choose from. They say, I read here, that this was such a success and it was so good.
That's so smart.
That it saved homeowners back in the day. And I believe it was 1897. Yep, 32% annually.
Damn.
Off their bill.
That makes sense because otherwise you're paying what, a flat rate?
Yeah, right. You had a flat rate, and that flat rate was just, you know, it was good for the company. We taking your money, but like,
was it a flat rate?
Yeah, it was flat rate first. Okay. It was a flat rate, and then they came up with this 2-tiered system. Yeah. Now, also because now this is starting to boom. Here's a fun fact for you. This is Chicago's most Chicago fun fact ever. Did you know that he borrowed $250,000 to build an electrical plant?
Okay.
Guess who he got the money from?
If you say Morton, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, another big name in Chicago begins with an M. Marshall Field.
Marshall Field.
Marshall Field had that dough back in the day.
I mean,
think about how he was just handing money to everybody. We ain't even talked about Samuel.
He had all the money.
No, right. Land, just money.
George Pullman.
Yeah.
Palmer.
Yeah.
They all had it was
just balling.
the 3-4 of them, they had
Right.
the whole block on lock.
They did. They just had everything
Nobody
on lock.
else moved money.
Nobody else.
Like those 3 or 4 people.
And then McCormick came along.
Oh yeah, McCormick.
You know,
he said,
"Hey,
I'll
I'm in
take
this
one of each."
You know, I'm in this bread game. But I feel
Do
like
you think they're all rolling in their grave as we tell the history this way?
yeah, they probably like, bro.
They're like, first of all, I can't believe
a
color
black
people.
man. I was like, I can't believe we got this. You know, that's fucked up.
They let women speak?
Yeah, that is
No.
crazy. She on the mic? No.
They don't know what a mic is.
Yeah, right. they just
Actually, I don't know
like
when mics were made.
right. Not this time. I don't think mics.
Yeah, no.
They weren't around for mics.
No.
Anyway,
No, 'cause
yes.
the telephone is barely.
Yeah, right.
Barely.
Wasn't popping off. So yeah, 1894, that plant opened, and of course, guess what?
What?
It was the largest in the world.
Wow.
In pure Chicago fashion. But
I'm so
continue.
sorry. Actually, the microphone was invented in 1875.
Damn. Wow.
Guess by who?
Who?
Alexander Graham Bell.
Oh, we should have known that. We did talk about that on the podcast.
We did talk about that.
We did
talked
talk about that.
The.
Fuck, what were we talking
I
about?
think we're talking about the xylophone.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
we
think so.
talked
Yeah.
about the mic.
Yeah, right. Wow. Damn, we should have known that. We there's a lot of shit to remember, y'all.
Yeah, it's
There's a
too
lot of
much,
shit.
too much.
Little details like that. That's a lot. Anyway, continuing on. So Sam borrowed $250,000. All is well now, right? Everything. This shit looking good, right? This is he's
Everybody's vibing.
Everybody vibing. He vibing so much, man, that now that he done save people some money, man, he created a second company.
Okay.
He created a second company. He said, man, I'm saving these people money.
Was it also electric or was it something different?
I done saved this first Chicago Electric from the grave. You know what I mean? Let's start up another one. Because this whole time, this is going on now. He is still kind of beefing with Thomas Edison.
Yeah, makes sense.
He beefing with him.
He's like, look what I did, and you still wouldn't put me as head of your shit.
Right. And now here's the other problem, too, that he was having. At the same time, George Westinghouse had come up with the AC. Meanwhile, Edison was on DC.
Yeah.
AC was a better way to light things from a distance, at a long distance,
Right.
and get more power to more people. Okay.
So I know what that means, but for the people that don't know what that means.
So direct current and alternating current.
Okay.
That's what DCAC means. And so Edison was DC, Westinghouse was AC. Now, because Sam was a smart guy, right? He was a smart guy. In 1893, Westinghouse and Sam powered the World's Fair. Yeah. With
Nice.
the AC. Now, you still work for Edison and going with the dude with AC, and I got DC. That was beef.
Yeah.
That was beef. He was like, I don't know if I like this, right? I don't know if we rock with each other. So I'm not saying this is.
You should have known that was going to happen, though.
He did, because they were already kind of
Yeah,
beefing. He
sure.
just said, hey, look, man, I kind of see the future. If I'm trying to get to more people,
Right.
that's the way, my boy. You
Right.
know what I mean? So I'm not saying what I just told you is leading to what I'm about to say next. I'm not saying that at all. So I don't want y'all to think that, oh, he started the second company because of no. That was just, byproducts of people going through their own thing. Sam was going to start this company up regardless. The name of the company that started up that same year in 1897, Commonwealth Electric Light and Power Company.
Damn.
That company would later on
ComEd.
be ComEd in 1907. The two finally merged
That's
in 1907. And that's how we got
crazy.
ComEd. Now, here's the thing. ComEd still doing this thing. It was reaching a lot of people. I think at some point they had like 6.
What other options other than ComEd are there? Don't they have like a monopoly?
Yeah, but okay. So now this is where I'm going with this next part. But right before then, ComEd had like 6,000 workers that reached about 500,000 people.
Wow.
So this was going crazy, right? Like they're blowing up, and I think today ComEd is at 3.8 million people that it serves. Okay,
Wow.
so it's one of the largest in the country, especially it's the largest in Illinois.
Okay, not to interrupt, but I just looked up what other options there are other than ComEd. One of them is called, the acronym spells ARS. It's the Alternative Retail Electric Suppliers. And then there's other ones. I've never heard of them, but that was the funniest one.
Yeah. All right. Now here's so I'm gonna kind of get some middle ground because I just gave you kind of like the main meat and potatoes of Sam Insull. He had his hand in a lot of pots, right? I'm talking about a lot of pots. Mm-hmm. He and I got it right up in front of me because I didn't write it down, but he was part of the ComEd, obviously, People's Gas, which
my two arch nemesis.
Yes, but did you know? I did not know this, and I probably should have known this, but I feel like I've never heard anybody talk about this.
Okay.
People's Gas was started as a pipeline between Texas and Chicago.
Really?
Yes. And that was a means to get natural gas to Chicago and back and forth.
Wow.
From the Gulf of Mexico. Obviously from Texas. Just there. It's just to Chicago.
They didn't have anything to give them.
Sam funded $80 million project, $80 million to get that done.
Wow.
Yes. Now,
did he pay for it or did he borrow money?
So this is where the downfall begins at that same spot. So where are you getting this money from? Yeah. Obviously, that's a lot of money, right? Back in the day to just come up with. So he was trying to go to people to get this funded, right? He was going to obviously all kind of Chicago investors. Nobody having this because they like, we're not about to front this money like that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's a lot of money. So he wasn't going to do that. He then went to people he hated in New York. Mm-hmm. To say, hey, let me give you this loan. Now, when you do something like that, when you go to somebody that you hate, and they probably know you hate them, and now they like, oh, you come to me? Oh, I got you. Guess who he went to?
Who?
J.P. Morgan.
Damn.
J.P. Morgan.
J.P.?
But the New Yorkers did him dirty. They did him dirty because he was so good and so popular at what he was doing, all this electric shit here. He was like considered a pioneer of, electricity. He partnered up with Westinghouse. They doing big things. They just, and Westinghouse was a Pennsylvania type of thing. Yeah. So they said, all right, in order to slow this dude down, because they obviously, he
had a monopoly then.
He had a monopoly. He had the shit on lock. It's still a monopoly. Let's be honest. It's kind of a monopoly. Because ain't nobody gonna go to Ars.
Ars is not a company. Ars is it's a category of companies.
Exactly. So there ain't no other body.
There's other companies.
But you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
So he went there, and so they start giving the runaround like, hey, look, we'll give you this money, but this is what we're gonna do. I'm paraphrasing the hell out of this because this is actually a really bad story, like a very bad story. Like it's the way they did him dirty. Basically, what happened was they said they were like, "Okay, yeah, we'll help you out," but then when it came time to write the loans and to pass out the loan, they would take his right in where he was like saying, "Here's just my proposal." Yeah, they made it seem like all his businesses were failing. And so when it came time for loans, they was the running it. You coming to New York. You coming to me. You don't know our business. So they were saying, oh, yeah, ComEd ain't that good. And so people, the companies, were like, the banks were like, we ain't going to give you this money then.
How is that legal?
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I said.
They were doing anything at that time.
But now here's where the big problem happened. See, he started working with railway companies. Some of the other companies that he worked for was the Chicago North Shore and Milwaukee Railroad. Okay. He worked with the Chicago Rapid Transit Company, who became CTA. Yep. And all the other railways. He was a mover and shaker in railway infrastructure also.
So he had the three biggest industries on lock.
Everything on lock.
He had so much money. It's sickening.
So when it came time for, people to start voting on where do these funds go to, when you got your hand in the pot and one of them politicians come to you and say, man, I need this vote, my boy. And you say, well, I'm going to need your money, my boy. I'm going to need your... Right. And then that shit start happening.
Just a little $80 million loan.
People start looking at you like,
pro quo?
Yeah. Wait a minute now. What's this all about?
Yeah.
And the so obviously the politics of it start getting in. What really got banned is that the CTA, and we did this story covered on the CTA. Go back to that January 23 episode, 2023 episode, our first one of the year, where we talked about like the buses and trains and shit like that. Right. Basically, we know that was a clusterfuck. You know what I mean? Like that was all bad. They put the blame on him for not having that be what it was because it took so long for it to be anything substantial
Because he
and
couldn't
good.
get the money, right?
Because you blame the man with the money. Also, it was his electricity that was powering these trains.
Damn.
So now people are like, wait a minute. If you powering all this, you got the control of it. This, that, that. So people started hating on him so bad that even overseas, I'm talking about London, the UK, Greece, I believe, other countries were like, now get a hit out on that dude. We arrest his ass if you see him, because like the politics of it all. Crazy. It was absolutely madness for this dude. He was, and he really wasn't doing, I mean, this is all new. I don't know the dude, but it didn't seem like
I don't know where his heart was at.
I don't know where his heart was at, but like it didn't seem like, don't read like he was a bad guy. I think what happened was you just get caught up in a monopoly. You don't realize you one of the early monopolies of the United States.
Nobody likes monopoly.
Nobody likes that shit. You know what I'm saying? And like, and then listen, you don't know how to navigate.
If they see you doing, they see you on the up and up,
they're
going to hate.
Yeah. We gonna hate your ass. So he really started like going crazy. I mean, like it was crazy. They was like inflating his numbers.
Did he get arrested?
So he eventually got arrested. He eventually got arrested, but before then,
did he die in jail?
Compliment sandwich here. Okay, compliment sandwich.
You've been loving these compliments.
I have been, because you can't keep on saying all the bad shit. If you remember, not you necessarily, but like if you do remember, but if y'all been following the podcast, we had an episode with the Civic Opera House.
Correct.
He was the guy that was that helped build and fund that whole thing. Also, remember we went to the basement?
Yeah.
That was his operation. He figured out how to use the river.
They said the owner of the building wanted to make it like a multifunctional building. So he didn't want it just to be an opera house. He needed the whole thing to be powered by itself.
And so he figured out how to use the Chicago River
to power the building. Still there.
And the shit's still there. And we were walking up in there. That was like one of his main office buildings.
We were all up in his pipe.
That's what she said.
you on fire today.
So much. I'll be here all week.
Yeah. But now here's something else that's kind of cool too, about him being inside of that building. Because him and Westinghouse was like so tight like that, they started the radio company. And remember, the radio company was broadcast out of there.
Wow.
So they started a radio company together, and this is really cool. I believe we talked about this, but I don't know if we put two and two together, right? So they built a station that was obviously Commonwealth Edison and Westinghouse. It was they call it the where was this at? Yes, the first home of the radio station at the roof of the Edison Building Company, 72 West Adams in Chicago. It went on air November 11th, 1921. Chicago's first radio station.
My mouth is open for those.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and so at that point, we did the episode on that. Remember, NBC came, start applying pressure, and they had to. He had to sell his funds.
I miss the time when rich people did things like build trains and libraries and radio stations. Can we go back to that?
Yeah.
Can y'all stop buying islands?
Yeah,
for the love of God, build a library.
Yeah.
Build a library. Fund a theater.
Yeah. Just fund the theater.
You know what? I think
they criticized them for the theater too.
We should stop coming out with skincare lines and perfumes and colognes, and for the love of God, enough with the tequilas.
Well, come on.
Let's all relax. No one needs another tequila.
We don't.
I really don't need a tequila.
No, we don't.
And take all that money and...
Why do we need that many tequilas?
I don't know.
Why is that your go-to when you get rich and famous? You say, you know what I'm going to do?
I'm going to make a tequila.
A goddamn tequila. And don't nobody say, let's make a bourbon?
Even a bourbon. Please don't.
You're right.
Just don't make any of it.
Yeah, don't make no more liquor.
We don't need any more. Let the actual experts do it.
Yeah, okay? Right. And then they don't need to do it no more.
Open up a take your money and give it to a library.
Do something.
Open up something educational.
Something.
A youth program.
Yes.
A community center.
Give us new computers.
Some.
You know what I'm saying? Make it where when you deposit a check, that shit don't need 2 days to clear. All this goddamn computer and AI.
Why the computer got Saturday, Sunday off.
You know what I'm saying?
It's a computer.
If I deposit my shit after 5 p.m. on Friday, I gotta wait till Monday
For what?
for a computer to come back to work.
Be like, oops.
Yeah,
I don't think this
right.
is a check.
Guy, that's crazy. Anyway, that's what rich people need. Y'all priorities are wrong.
Yeah, for real. Build a Coliseum.
You know what I'm saying? For real. So he.
If I see one more goddamn skincare line, J-Lo's the biggest culprit.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
She has a skincare line, a makeup line, a hair line.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she can't even sing her own music anyway.
Yeah. So, all right, put a bow on this one. Y'all need to look up the fall of him, because there was so much more that I could not possibly cover in these 30 minutes here. But I mean, it's absolutely a wild story, kind of sad. I'm gonna leave it on this right here. Yes, he died. He's buried in Britain.
Did he die in jail, or did he die outside of jail?
I believe he died. He had a heart attack in his sleep. So he died at 78 years old. But check this out. He died at 78 of a heart attack.
Yeah.
And check this out. His wealth went from $150 million to $10,000.
Damn,
Bro, what? That's how bad it got. Y'all look.
Even I can pull $10,000.
You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, yeah. Look, y'all, like, go look Sam Insull up. You look. It's
so sad.
It's so sad.
I mean,
man.
I don't know the guy. Maybe he
right.
it.
Don't know him, man. Like, and reading the stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like at some point he was doing well, but like when you got demons, people on your ass like that, you gonna do some bad stuff. So I'm not saying he did everything well. His heart was maybe in the right place at all times. You know,
he probably. I mean, at the end of the day,
fight or flight.
Well, that, but also I feel like this was a time where that people were like inventing new shit, but at the end of the day, these are people that wanted to make money. Whatever made money is where they put their money.
That's where they put their money. I mean? Yeah. So, y'all, man, that's
unfortunately today it's skincare.
yeah. And baby oil. Damn. Stop. Okay. All right. Enough of that. Well, I'm done.
All right. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it with someone you love. It's so free to do that, actually, if you didn't know. And if you did not love this episode, that's fine. We'll give you another one on Monday.
Right.
And you can come back for the rerun on Thursday. Remember to sign up for my newsletter that comes out weekly, possibly. Weekly, parentheses, question mark. And we'll see you next week. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and we hope you loved it.
And if you could, please follow us on social media at 77 Flavors Shy on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter.
If you have any ideas or deep dives that you'd love us to do, please contact us at media@77flavorsshy. That's the number 77 flavors and shy for Chicago.com.
If you like visuals, please subscribe and follow and watch us on our YouTube channel at the same thing, 77 Flavors Shy, or search 77 Flavors of Chicago.
If you would like to support us monetarily, go ahead and click that Buzzsprout link in the description of this episode.
And as always, we gonna see you next week. Peace.